Hello students, welcome to the next video of Snapshots Lesson 4 Albert Einstein at School. Let's see its introduction about the lesson. The prescribed lesson Albert Einstein at School is an extract from the biography of Albert Einstein named The Young Einstein by written by Patrick Pringle. In this lesson, the writer acquaints us about some major and inspiring incidents of Einstein's childhood which can prove a milestone in the positive development of a thoughtful child. Einstein acquaints us with those years of his childhood in which he struggled each day in his school for his fundamental thought. Students, I think you might have understand that the writer acquaints us with Einstein's childhood in which he struggled each day in his school for his fundamental thoughts. Due to his contemplative temperament, taking diploma from the school was like a far-fetched dream for this thoughtful child, who could put up his fundamental views before his school teachers boldly. In his biography, the writer throws light upon a few encounters with his teacher. We come across his feelings about his neighborhood he lived in, and also why he had only one good friend, Yuri. The way Albert studies at the way the way Albert adapts to get out of the miserable place that is from his school, and how things turn approximately at the end makes the story even more interesting. Students, before the paragraph wise explanation of this lesson, let's see summary of it. The lesson starts with Albert being in the classroom facing the questions of the teacher, history teacher. The teacher is asking him about a particular date about the Battle of Waterloo. As it was usual, Albert didn't know the answer. This moment gives us an approximately to listen Einstein's a little speech about what is education. His speech shows what should be included in it, that is in education, and what the students are being taught at the school are irrelevant. In his opinion, why the battle took place is more important than when the battle took place. It is so because why talks about idea, why talks about thought, while when talks about the fact which is adopted as truth and written in books or somewhere on slabs. It ends up in him being punished. This contradiction in thoughts ends up in him being punished by the teacher, which is not new. It is the event of day to day life and which we see. Being punished by the teacher is not a new incident in the life of students. The lesson talks about how Albert disliked his neighborhood because of all the slum violence and compares it to his best friend Yuri's neighborhood, who did not like his either. Albert even expresses his worries to his cousin Elsa from Berlin. Albert even expresses his worries to his cousin Elsa, who belongs to Berlin, who thinks he can pass if he made a little effort. Elsa, his cousin, believed in Einstein, his calibers, and she thinks Einstein can pass and can become successful in getting diploma if he made a little effort. At this point, Albert starts strategizing his way to come out of the school, and he suddenly gets an idea that involves a doctor who is willing to help him. He wanted the doctor to know that he had a nervous breakdown. He wanted the doctor to know that that is Einstein, had a nervous breakdown and prescribed that the root cause of it is school, and he shall stay as far away from it as he could. He wanted to have a written report from the doctor. This is where Yuri agrees and sets up an appointment with his friend, a freshly qualified doctor who he wants who he wants is hard to be fooled. Who he wants him, it is hard to be fool him. Albert thinks about his conversation with the doctor so much that at this time he is actually nervous, as the doctor had already told them that it is very hard to befool him. If the patient is really nervous, is suffering from the nervous breakdown, then he was going to make the report. On this point, Einstein became nervous because he really wanted to come out from the school, but the doctor was not ready to make any false report about his nervous breakdown. And thinking on this point, Einstein really became nervous. Okay, and then on meeting the doctor, he comes to know that Yuri has already told him everything and the doctor is ready to help him. The doctor understands how tiring school can be. Doctor understands the reason and he perceives that school is center of learning, center of getting knowledge. How can become a tiring place? Ask Albert his plans after he gets out of the school and realizes he is doing no good to him or anyone by staying there. Thus, he gives him his medical certificate and in turn asks him to take Yuri out for a meal. Although excited, Albert had no money to spare. He took Yuri out for supper. His next scene with his math teacher, who is giving him a referral to make it easier for him to get into college for pursuing her mathematics. Okay, in this point, students mind the contradictions. If you are following, I am a starting point from some point that if you are following the path of truth, certainly you meet some people who against you, but don't be disappointed that you will find some people who are going to support you on the path of success if you are following the path of truth and following the path of honesty and rigid to the point of your fundamental view. As we see the math teacher who is giving him some referential to make it easier for him to get into a college for pursuing his higher study in mathematics. Einstein had studied all the maths they taught in the school and even some more questions. Einstein had studied all the maths what was in their syllabus, what was prescribed for them to study, and even some more questions. He is then summoned to the head teachers. Then he was summoned to the head teacher's room where he is told to walk away, as hardly any serious work can be achieved when he is around. As tempting it as tempting it was for Albert to tell the head teacher the truth and what he thought about the school. As Albert Einstein had got permission from the head teacher to walk away from the school, as there can't be expectation, any kind of expectation from him to achieve anything. Tempting by the environment, as from leaving the school, Einstein got courage enough to express his thought, and he told the head teacher about the truth of the school, what he thought about it. He resisted it and walked straight out of the school with his head high. He said goodbye to his only friend Yuri. Then Elsa was back in Berlin by that time. At last, Albert was out of school. Students, students, as Albert Einstein is regarded as the greatest physicist since Newton. In the following extract from the young Einstein, the well-known biographer Patrick Pringle describes the circumstances which led to Albert Einstein expulsion from a German school. Students, before the explanation of this lesson, let's have reading of paragraph first. C. In what year, Einstein asked the history teacher, did the Prussians defeat the French at Waterloo? I don't know, sir. Why don't you know? You have been told it often enough. I must have forgotten. Did you ever try to learn? Asked Mr. Brown. No, sir, Albert replied with his usual unthinking honesty. Now, see the explanation of this paragraph. Before it, let's see the word defeat. As the word, it is very common, you know, but see, defeat means to win a victory over someone in war, competition, game, etc. To win a victory over someone in war, competition, game, etc. is defeat. For example, after a long campaign, Wellington's army finally defeated Napoleon. After a long campaign, Wellington's army finally defeated Napoleon. Second meaning, to make something fail. This is defeat. For example, it was a lack of money, not effort, that defeated their plan. It was lack of money, not effort, that defeated their plan. I think the meaning of this word are becoming clear to you. Another very important meaning of it, for example, victory over someone or something. As we made the defeat of fascism our major priority. To next meaning, as if something defeats you, you cannot understand it, therefore cannot answer or deal with it. Okay, very important meaning of defeat, that if something defeats you, you cannot understand it, therefore you cannot answer or deal with it. For example, it was the last questions on the paper that defeated me. It was the last question of the paper that defeated me. Means I was not able to answer it. Okay, I think I have given some valuable explanation of the word defeat, which can be used by you in your day-to-day life, in conversation, in expression, in writing, in impressive way. Forget. I have forgotten. Forgotten is the past perfect form. Okay, I am sorry. Forgotten is the past participle form of the root word forget. That is the third form of the verb. As to be unable to remember facts. Forget means to be unable to remember facts, information, or something that happened in the past. This is forget. For example, I am sorry, I have forgotten your name. I am sorry, I have forgotten your name. This is the use of this word. Students, now see the paragraph first explanation. The history teacher asked from Einstein, when had the Persians defeated the French at Waterloo? What was the year? Einstein replied respectfully that he didn't know. Students, you must know that Einstein had been a thoughtful child from his childhood, lost in thinking most of his time. It was his nature. He often lost in thinking most of his time. So Einstein had been a shyful at a frank one in expression. The history teacher further asked him why he did not know, as he had been told that many times. That is sufficient to remember for a student. Albert replied him with an innocent frankness that he must have been forgotten those facts. Mr. Brown, the history teacher, again asked if he had ever tried to learn the taught in the class. Albert replied with his natural unthinking honesty that no, he did not. Students, let's proceed on the second paragraph of the lesson. Albert Einstein at school. See its reading. Why not? I cannot see any point in learning dates. One can always look them up in a book. Mr. Brown was speechless for a few moments. You amaze me, Einstein, he said at last. Don't you realize that one can always look most things up in books? That apply to all the facts you learn at school. Yes, sir. Then I suppose you don't see any point in learning facts. Frankly, sir, I don't, said Albert. Then you don't believe in education at all. Oh, yes, sir, I do. I don't think learning facts is education. In that case, said the history teacher with heavy sarcasm, perhaps you will be so kind as to tell the class the Einstein theory of education. Students, see some words from this paragraph as very common word. Speechless means to become dumb stricken. To become dumb stricken or unable to speak anything. Amaze me, you surprise me. Fact, very good word. Fact. Let I explain this word to you. Fact means true information. A piece of information that is known to be true is fact. Remember, what is fact? A piece of information that is known to be true is fact. Its use in sentence. First of all, we need to establish the facts of the case. First of all, we need to establish the facts of the case. Second is word. Fact is used when talking about a situation and saying that it is true. For example, he refused to help me despite the fact that I asked him several times. Again, he refused to help me despite the fact that I asked him several times. This is fact. Students, you might have learned where and in what condition the word fact is used. Fact is used as a means of true information. A piece of information that is known to be true. Sarcasm means to make an irony. To make an irony on someone is sarcasm. Let's see explanation of this paragraph. As the history teacher, Mr. Brown, asked Albert whether he had ever tried to learn the historical fact which had been often told the class. Albert replied in negative. Then the history teacher again asked why he hadn't tried to learn them. Then he answered that he couldn't see any reason, any point, any truth in learning the dates. In his opinion, it had no any importance to learn the things which are given in the form of facts to anywhere. Then, as one can, he reasons. Albert gives a reason why he couldn't see any reason in learning the dates. Then he describes that anyone can always look those historical dates as truth in a book. They are found written everywhere. Mr. Brown became speechless for a few moments. At last he commented that Einstein, you have always surprised him by your own logic. Further, he asked him whether he didn't realize that one can always look most the things up in books. If your answer is in affirmative, then that applies to all the facts he learns at school. Albert replied in positive. Yes, sir. Then the history teacher argued that he didn't see any point in learning facts. Albert replied frankly yet respectfully in negative. Then the teacher concluded by the answer of Albert that he didn't believe in education at all. Albert again replied in positive support of his conclusion as yes, he did, and said conclusively that he didn't think learning facts were education. Then the history teacher said, with a heavy irony, that in that case, perhaps he would be kind enough to tell the whole class the Einstein theory of education.